Hi folks, Mike the Ref here at the Alberta Avenue Hall with finally with a quick calls for MPW.
Yeah.
I do have to apologize about last month. Unfortunately, I've dealt with some medical issues here over the last month, so I haven't had all the quick calls together, but I'll tell you one thing, this show definitely made things worth it. And don't forget, at the end of this show, even Brian doesn't know this, I have a very special announcement about a match coming up this Saturday. So, but the aforementioned wrestling mind, Brian Hamilton, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
So, made a few changes to MPW here and there. What did you think of the show overall?
Overall, I thought it was a great show. Opening, before the main card started, we had a prospect match, which I thought was kind of neat to showcase local guys that are just starting out. Great way, 10-minute match to go. Great way to get it going. And then overall, we had 7 other fantastic matches. And the crowd, the building was just packed tonight. Unbelievable. And just loved it.
Yeah. So what Brian's talking about is we're starting to come up with what's called a proving ground match.
Yes.
It basically is allowing new talent to prove themselves in front of a live audience prior to the show starting while people are getting into their seats and whatnot. So there's a little less pressure on them to deliver, but yes, to also get them the good experience that they need in the show.
Exactly.
But let's get on to these matches here, because I know you got a lot to talk about. And we got some interesting stuff going on here. So, do we want to talk about the proving ground match?
Yeah, well, it was okay.
Was it Blazing Blake Cannon and Rugged Rich King?
Yes.
2 of our newest recruits at the training center. Your thoughts on the match?
Overall, not bad match. You could tell these guys are just learning. They did what they could in 10-minute time, and in the end, the big man,
Blake Cannon there.
Cannon, he picked up a big win.
Following a low blow.
Exactly.
A mule kick low blow. He ended up getting a Vader bomb type elbow on Rich King for the 1-2-3.
Yeah.
And you know what? Both these guys turned a lot of heads in this match, and were really appreciated. And it turned out to be a hell of a time there.
I liked it. It's a great way to showcase a lot of these up and coming stars coming out, and you never know. Someday down the road, they may be doing what the rest of the main guys are doing on this card. Some days, be great to see.
Trust me, I've already got some things working on here.
I can't wait.
So next, we're going to go on to a little promo that happened. I'm going to skip the special point that I made here to the end about some of the changes to MPW.
Yes.
But I did bring back Lumberjack Larry,
yes,
who is now medically able to compete. But unfortunately, this didn't turn out to be the happy ending I wanted. So Larry comes out, thanks the fans, thanks everybody for being involved. And he demands that I put him in a match with Rick Jules.
Yes.
Well, guess who shows up?
Yep.
Rick Jules first, followed by the rest of the Cats crap.
Yeah.
And they did something I don't know what to... You want to say it, or you want me to say it?
They tried to shave Mr. Larry's beard off, which was a total disrespect on his part, and he wasn't doing nothing wrong, and these 4 idiots attack him like a pack of wild animals and tried to take his dignity away. But, well, he had a little bit of help come out to rescue him.
Tag Struggle did come out for the save. Just previewing our main event. Coming up later on in the evening, the elimination survival match between Tag Struggle with Jude Dawkins and the Cats Meow.
Yeah.
So, but from there we get to our main card finally with a number 1 contenders match for the tag titles. Now let me clarify something for you guys. The Tattoo Terminators are technically the number 1 contenders. They've never lost that since they, in their words, got screwed out of the belts last month. They never lost that opportunity yet. However, they were willing to put that opportunity on the line against a team as decorated as the Shark Club, I think would be the best way to put it.
Yeah, exactly.
Tyler James and Sidney Steele. Now, these four guys put on a hell of a show, but
Oh my God.
the one thing I found throughout this match is the fact that there's a little bit of communication errors on all four of them.
Yeah. It was weird because usually these are four well-oiled machines, and tonight it looked like they weren't quite on the same page. They had a couple of miscommunications on both teams.
Yeah, it was rather irregular, and I know there's been a little bit of lack of cohesion here between Massive Damage and Jack Hammer ever since Hammer arrived back in MPW after I signed him in January.
Yeah.
But this match ended up going to a 10-minute draw.
Yeah.
Now, I couldn't give him the extended time because the amount of time that we had for this card was rather limited.
Yeah.
But I made the extra decision of including all four of these men in the Leo Burke Cup June 2nd. I think that's a decent consolation prize.
Oh, hell yeah. You four of the top guys in MPW in the Leo Burke Cup. Unbelievable. That's going to be a great. With those four guys in, and plus who knows who else is going to be in it. I can't wait.
I'll tell you, it's going to be a very interesting card for you. I'll tell you that right now.
That's going to be great.
Now, going on from there, this was a part of the night where I was trying to figure out why we didn't have a match that we were scheduled to have.
Exactly.
Last month, Sexy Sam, regardless of what she thinks, admitted that if she lost to Phoenix, she would give a title shot to Phoenix this month here.
Exactly.
And she just downright said she forgot that she said that. Which, and then she goes on to complain about the refereeing.
Oh, good God.
Now, I'm going to say this point blank because I didn't get a chance to say this in the ring. Samantha, if you're as dominant of a champion as you say you are, it doesn't matter what refereeing you have, it doesn't matter what obstacles you face, you should be able to take care of it easily.
Exactly.
So she comes out and she says that she will not defend her title against Phoenix tonight, but if she can defeat her opponent tonight, that was scheduled for her tonight by Sexy Sam, which I was not brought to light to.
Yeah. I think it shocked the whole crowd.
Then she would get a title shot next month. Now, I'm at the point where I'm like, well, pardon my French, guys, but fuck it. We might as well just go with it. If we're not going to get that match, let's get this match.
Exactly.
It was Phoenix versus Psycho Sawyer.
Yes.
Now, Phoenix surprised me at the fact that she took out Psycho Sawyer as quickly as she did.
Yes.
I think it was about 3 minutes. Not in the way of domination, but that crucifix code red that she has.
Oh, my God.
Ever since she hit it on KJ Cash in her first match, it has just been proven to be one of those unstoppable moves.
Oh, for sure.
She got the 1, 2, 3 and is now she's now in line for a title shot, according to Sam's words. Now, I guarantee you that Sam will try and find a way to renege on this somehow, but
Oh, yeah.
it never fails.
Nope.
But following the match, you had both Psycho Sawyer and Sexy Samantha come in and start beating on Phoenix. Angelica comes in for the save. And long story short, folks, we got a tag match for the Leo Burke Cup.
Oh my
female
God.
style. Angelica and Phoenix versus Psycho Sawyer and Sexy Samantha. That is going to be a humdinger of a match.
Oh, my God. Yeah, those four ladies, they do not like each other. And, my God, you get Sam and Sawyer on one team, I can't even say.
Angelica?
Angelica on Phoenix. Oh, my God, it's going to be great. And, you know, Phoenix, she hasn't been wrestling very long, but every time we see her, she's getting better and better, and she's impressing me more and more. And there's this lady has a long future ahead of her, and I can't wait to see her get her title shot against Sam. And Sam, you better be watching out because Phoenix is going to destroy her when she gets you.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one-on-one match when it finally happens. So
Yes.
And the opportune word is when it happens. So,
Exactly.
ugh. All right, moving on here, we have our tag title match, the only title match of the evening,
Yeah.
because all the other titles are involved in the main event. you had the champions, the Sexy American Superstars, with Bradley Graham and Steve Rivers, taking on the Supreme Squad, Big Ben and T.Y. Jackson.
Yes.
Now, the reason that T.Y. Jackson and Big Ben got this match is because I made the Sexy American Superstars pick from one of the teams in the Fatal 4-Way from last month because I was sick of them not defending their titles. So, rather than throwing out an impromptu match, I let them pick their opponent. I had a feeling this was the matchup they were going to pick. And this... I was actually surprised at how the Supreme Squad actually kept up with the tag champions. They were a little bit out of sorts, and with all due respect, Big Ben, you need to work on your ring gear.
Yes.
Thank goodness there was an extra layer underneath, so we didn't have to see anything extra. But overall, this match, you could see where the Supreme Squad did have different spurts of energy and taking control of this match. And size-wise, they are comparable. I'm not going to say the same, but they're comparable to what the Sexy American Superstars had.
Yeah.
There was at one point where T.Y. Jackson actually slammed Steve Rivers.
Yeah.
Which shocked the hell out of me.
Exactly.
Brian, I want to give you the thoughts on talk about the thoughts on the match, but it all ended with a trash compactor off the Rivers coming off the second rope onto Graham, onto Big Ben.
Jeez.
It was disheartening. Oh no, it was on Big Ben because his ribs are pretty much in as bad a shape as mine right now.
Oh my God.
But Brian, your thoughts?
Overall, I thought this was a great match. Big Ben and Ty Jackson, they put up a great fight. They tried to go toe to toe, but in the end, no. The veteran team, Big Sexy and Steve Rivers, they just too much power, too much dominance. They got the big win, retained the titles. But I'll give this: Big Ben and Ty, keep on doing what you're doing. One day you'll win those titles because you're getting better and better every time. So.
I'm just impressed that these guys get 2 title shots.
Yeah.
And have yet to have a victory.
Exactly.
But I digress at that point. And then from there we had the submission match. Mitch Clark has been, I'm going to steal a line from Brian here, getting better and better every day.
Damn right.
And he took on the challenge of Dean Richter, who put out the challenge to this match earlier this week on Facebook via me. You heard Clark's response, and this match here was I think this might be the first time that we've ever seen Mitch Clark in I don't want to say a desperate situation, but more of he had to fight back resiliency situation.
Yeah.
Richter basically turned it into a wrestling match. A dirty wrestling match outside the ring.
Yeah.
There's a reason why Mr. Two Scoops is considered Dirty Dean Richter to me.
Exactly.
But it did show a kink in the armor for the previously unfathomable Mitch Clark, who didn't look like he was going to get touched in this division.
Yeah.
But in the end, it was a mistake by Richter going up for a second suicide headbutt that got quickly turned into a Rings of Saturn.
Oh my God.
For the tap out.
Unbelievable.
Brian, your thoughts on the match?
Overall, I thought this was a great match. Dean Richter, like I said, he tried to make this a dirty match. He tried to brawl out on the outside with Mitch Clark there, but in the end, Mitch, he got that Saturn rings on him, and well, in the end, Dean had to tap out. But I gotta say, these two are so good at each other. The submissions that they were gonna try and do, and I mean, it was great. I love Mitch Clark. He's getting, like you said, better and better, and who knows what's up in store for Mitch Clark. If he keeps this up, he's gonna have a good future in wrestling.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, I have heard that Mitch is unavailable for next month's card due to a personal commitment. I wanted to see if I can get him in that tournament, but unfortunately, he's not going to be able to make it. I think he's working with some youth, so as far as I'm concerned, that takes higher priority right now.
Exactly.
He'll have his time with the cup, that's for sure.
Exactly.
But we went to intermission, and then coming back.
Oh my God.
Let's put it this way, folks. In the opening monologue to the show, I completely did not want to mention this match because I was really scared of what was going to happen in it.
Oh, God.
Anything goes, false count anywhere. Katie bar the door, go fuck yourself up the ass, do anything you want. Pardon my French, folks, but that's how dangerous this match was.
Holy crap.
Best friends turn bitter enemies. Krazy Core versus the Irishman. Loser leaves MPW. Some of the things they did in this match made me physically ill.
Oh my God.
A DDT on the floor.
Good. Yes.
Chair shot where Krazy Core sandwiched a one chair concerto with the ring post and the Irishman.
Yeah.
About 3 or 4 headshots. Irishman bleeding like a stuffed pig.
Oh my God.
These guys hit each other's finishing moves, their own finishing moves. They did a lot of everything there. But the Irishman ends up, I think it was more on instinct, digging into his playbook, going for the IRA slam. For a lot of people that haven't seen it before, it's pretty much the TKO.
Yes.
For the 1, 2, 3, barely.
Barely, yes.
And now Irishman has won, and Krazy Core is no longer in MPW unless the Irishman grants him permission to come back.
Wow.
Brian, your thoughts on the match?
Oh, this match, like you said, these two guys, they're best friends, now bitter enemies. There was no way to end this. It had to end somehow with either one of these guys leaving or, being put in the hospital or actually in the ground. But in the end, Irishman, he beat Krazy Core. But like you said, this match is just insane. The blood that Irishman was pouring out. And he took 3 or 4 major chair shots to the head. And I'm just surprised that the Irishman is even, was standing, had a mind, because I thought, he's going to need help. He didn't look good.
Yeah, I know he had to get help to the back.
Big time.
But he was being checked out, and as long as he's cleared, this is the first special announcement that I have for tonight, folks. I knew that one of these two men were no longer going to be a part of MPW, but they both agreed that they worked so hard to achieve everything in Monster Pro Wrestling that they did not want to go out this way.
No.
So I managed to book an additional match for them. It's not an MPW because we can't, because one of them cannot work MPW, which is Krazy Core now officially. But at the Super Clash against Cancer in Red Deer, May 12th, that's Mother's Day Saturday, at the Western Fairgrounds in Red Deer, I have talked to senior organizer Darren Thompson, and he's allowed me to book a match. The reunification of Krazy Core and the Irishman, known as Pain, taking on the former Renegade Tag Team Champions, Chris Parrish and Maniac, the Struggle, in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Wow.
From what I hear, that might actually kick off the show. This is all based on everybody getting cleared by the doctors, which preliminary tests have come in and said both are in not great shape, but they should be clear by the time Saturday comes up. So if you want more information on the Summer Clash or the Super Clash, please contact me and I'll send you the right way for it. Right now I've heard of pre-sold tickets in the range of 650 already for this event. This is going to feature a live concert, and all the net proceeds from this show are going to go towards the Canadian Cancer Foundation in the Red Deer chapter. So it's a great cause. I know I'm going to be down there calling the action. I've heard that I'm going to have a few guests joining me on commentary. The main event is Sean Martins and Mitch Clark in a submission match, which we're going to get to this. I'm actually going to really look forward to seeing that.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, we'll go. I know that you're on a special assignment that night, but
Yes.
you're going to be glad that I'm going to be taping the show. So,
Oh my God, I cannot wait.
but let's get to our main event.
Oh my God.
Monster Survival 4-on-4 elimination match. You had tag struggle with Jude Dawkins taking on the Cat's Meow of Cato, Rick Jules, Nasty Nate Nixon, James Crowder, and I'm sorry, I'm including her, Psycho Sawyer.
Yes.
Especially how she got affected in the first half of the
Oh
match.
my God.
I try not to get too personal and too emotional in these matches, but frankly, we need to do something about this little garden gnome known as Psycho Sawyer.
Exactly.
She ended up causing the first two falls to happen. First off, Maniac gets distracted by her, grabs her, and she throws that green mist into the eyes of Maniac,
Yeah.
causing a roll-up by James Crowder and getting the 1-2-3 to eliminate Maniac first off. And then from there, Chris Parrish is about to take out Crowder, and all of a sudden he goes out to the top rope for the frog splash. Psycho Sawyer gets up there, crotches Parrish, he falls to the mat. Crowder and Jules hit a combination DDT, or sorry, it must be a wheelbarrow codebreaker
Yeah, it's insane.
for the 1-2-3 and eliminates Parrish. So then you got the entire Cat's Meow taking on Jude Dawkins and Sean Martins. But going on from there, you had Rick Jules getting eliminated by Dawkins after a spear. It was an attempted spear on both men,
Yeah.
but Crowder managed to get out of the way, and the spear got felt by Rick Jules, and the Redeemer got redeemed and eliminated from that
Big
match.
time.
Going on from there, you had a privileged James Crowder getting hit with another spear himself.
Yes.
Or no, sorry, my apologies. That wasn't a spear.
No, it wasn't.
It was an Abbey Road. His newest version of the Abbey Road
Yes.
Crossing, which is an overhead choke slam out of the fireman's carry position. He ends up getting the 1-2-3 and eliminating James Crowder. So now we're back to 2-on-2. Now, Nasty Nate, Cato, taking on Sean Martins and Jude Dawkins. This gets tangled up a fair bit, and then all of a sudden you have Nasty Nate getting eliminated by Dawkins once again, with both the combination of the spear and the Abbey Road Crossing.
Yes.
A little bit apropos based on all the crap that Nasty Nate has put Jude through. But that's where the fun begins here, folks.
Oh my God.
Cato's about to get eliminated by the Red Queen of Jude Dawkins, and Sean Martins, for the first time in the match, tags himself in. And he screams, "It's my time, it's my time." So he comes in, and all of a sudden he's getting into an argument with Dawkins. Cato pushes Martins into Dawkins, rolls him up for the 1-2-3, and eliminates Martins in a matter of 30 seconds.
Yep.
From there, Dawkins just looks to get... he's just in survival mode. He's getting the reset. He hits the Abbey Road Crossing, finishes him off, but then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Martins, before he leaves the ring, hits another one... even worse. If you guys have checked out PPW Power Slam, you would see that there's been a bit of a feud between Martins and Dawkins when it comes to using the pile driver.
Yeah.
And he used it again here, knocking out the Cheetah Bear. Nasty Nate sneaks into the ring, drapes an arm over Cato, gets the 1-2-3, and the Cat's Meow survive the Monster Survival match.
Unbelievable.
That was a lot, and I had a lot of talking there. So, Brian, your thoughts?
Oh, it was actually, I kind of was looking forward to this match. I really love this match because you don't know what the sides are going to be, like how it's going to end up. You could, like I said, it was 4-on-2 for a while, and then basically it got all evened up. And yeah, like you said, Jude, he got pinned by Cato, but Martin's, I don't know what the hell's wrong with him. He's got a new attitude. It's like, yeah, he went haywire, and then after the match, he would literally turn on his own teammates, and now it's like, I don't think we got to struggle anymore. He's split up.
I don't think we have Tag Struggle 3. We have Tag Struggle 2.
Yeah.
After the match, Maniac and Chris Parrish come in and basically pulling the what the hell, and Martins just lays both Maniac and Parrish out with some vicious clotheslines, just talking about it's my time, it's my time. If you want a damn Mai Tai, have a Mai Tai, but
oh my God.
It's going to be interesting seeing what's going to happen next month here.
Very.
I got a few ideas about what I might have to do in this situation, but all right, folks, before we get to our special announcement that we made during the show, we're going to go to our oh wait, hold on, what's going straight out of the hospital and straight into your hearts, folks.
My God.
Irishman.
I don't even know what to tell you.
My God.
How much do you remember?
Not a lot. Not a lot. All I know is somebody told me I won. So,
you
more core.
You pulled out the IRA slam. Like, I haven't seen you pull that out in a while now.
Well, it's, I had to make sure he wasn't going to get up. So
touche.
When your adrenaline is going, and I couldn't even see, I had blood everywhere. So
insane.
Once I saw the opportunity, I took it, and he didn't kick out of that one. So,
well, it was absolutely impressive, the guts that you had during that matchup here. But I got a question for you. Like, we talked about this last week prior to this, because you and I both knew, and Cora knew, that we didn't want to go out this way. You don't want to end a career this way. It was announced earlier on the broadcast here tonight about your match in Red Deer. That's the reunification of pain one last time.
Yeah.
Are you guys still going to be able to work together as a team?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Me and him have a lot of history, a lot of good history, a lot of bad history. Lately, there's been some bad blood. 2 matches in a row with him now. Like, first one, 24 stitches. I'm on my way to the hospital now to get checked again. So I don't know. We gotta see what's gonna happen. We're gonna have to try to find a way to coexist for at least one more match, I guess.
A 2 out of 3 falls match with a struggle. That's gonna be, no pun intended, a struggle.
Yeah, it is, especially since Parrish and Maniac are firing on all cylinders right now. So those guys are on a roll. One's the heavyweight champion, the other one's the provincial champion. So, yeah, we're going in guns a-blazing. So that's about all we can really do.
Well, if you're going to go out, you go out with a bang. That's what you can tell Cora, at least in this point.
Well, I'm sitting there and I heard the chant, the crowd singing goodbye. Nah. I'm like, wow, people really did not like him. So, we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. But you get yourself checked out and get back to me here. Let's not have an incident like we did one night only again,
I'll touch
okay?
base with you later.
All right, cool.
Have a good day,
Thank you. Take care.
Brian, always a pleasure.
All right, it's time for our highlights of the night here. And based on what we just had, Brian, you might as well go for yours first.
Well, I got the Loose Leaves town with the Irishman and Krazy Core. This match was just insane. And like you said, these guys battled all over ringside area at the chair shots and the caning that they were doing on each other. The Irishman being a bloody mess, but in the end, he got eliminated Core. Core has gone from MPW. Best of luck to Core in his future endeavors. Hope to see him somewhere in the near future. But, it's a great pleasure watching him for all these years. And Irishman, he picked up the win, and great for him. I can't wait to see what's in line for him now.
Well, I do have a little surprise for Krazy Core on top of this, but you guys are going to have to stay tuned for this. My highlight of the night, I'm going to go with the submission match for the mere fact that it was a match.
Yes.
I thought this might actually be quite a squash. I don't doubt Richter's technical capability, but submission game is a whole different world.
Exactly.
And he had a perfect strategy to work his way out of that.
Yep.
And turned it into a dirty match and essentially took Mitch Clark out of his game. And I loved it. I love the fact that there's competition there.
Oh, me too, man. It's awesome.
But and then my surprise of the night, that's got to go during the main event, obviously.
Yeah.
You're going to have Martin's. I got to find him and see what the hell happened there.
Yeah.
And just trying to find some justification for what happened.
Crazy.
Him turning on Struggle, that could be career suicide to many people. So we'll see what happens there. Like I said, I'm going to get a hold of Martin's and see what he wants. But I did promise another announcement, and I did announce this just following the main show or the pre-show prior to the main show. We are going to have our night shows now, because we do have a show coming up in July that we're looking at doing an afternoon show, but our main shows at night will now have the doors open at 6:15 and the show start at 7. The main show.
Yes.
If we're going to have any dark matches, they're going to start earlier than that. I learned a couple things tonight to try and get the timing down a little better. So we're going to work on that. We want to provide a better experience for you fans. And one of the big things the fans have talked about is they want the shows to start earlier and to finish earlier. CWC has proven you can do that. And it's proven to be a very valuable commodity.
Yes. And
now that I've talked to the MPW head office, as general manager, they've finally gone through with my plan to move the show up earlier.
Oh, I think it's a great idea. You get started earlier, you get out earlier, you get home a little bit earlier, and I mean, to start at 7 start at 7 instead of 7:30, which is way better. Doors open 45 more minutes earlier. That's going to be great.
Actually, the doors only open 15 minutes.
15 minutes earlier,
but the show starts half an hour earlier.
Yeah, so it's going to be great. I can't wait, and maybe now with summertime, this building. We're going to start like that. I got a feeling this building is going to be packed and very, very packed for these earlier times now.
Yeah, I feel so too. But that's going to wrap up this episode of Quick Calls here. Next week's going to be a little interesting, folks. I'm going to try and get a few quick calls in next week. I think we can call this Wrestling Day in Alberta.
Oh, my God.
Northern Alberta next Saturday.
Holy crap.
May 12th, there are 3 different events going on.
It's insane.
Brian, I'm pretty sure you got the coverage of the PWA Fallout show from the Onaway Arena.
I do. I have that covered.
I am extremely jealous because that is one of the most fun shows to go to of the year.
Yes, they are.
That Onaway Arena is
my
just,
God.
Yeah. And then I'm going to be at the Super Clash Against Cancer. I got a few different guys working on the call, but we'll see. So my report's probably going to be coming in on the Sunday, late Saturday, early Sunday. I'm going to see if I can hook up with Brian here following that show to get a little bit of a report in, hopefully early in the week.
Yep.
There is also RCW in Edmonton. Yes, I did use those 3 letters. If you want to see D'Lo Brown, make sure you get down to the Evansdale Hall to check him out there. But folks, if you want tickets to the next MPW show, stop by Beercade for WWE Backlash tomorrow night. That's on 106th Street and White Ave. I will have tickets on me available for the show. It's going to be a hell of a card, so that's definitely going to be worth it. And we got shows all the way to the end of the month, and we got them all over the place. This might be one of the few times where we actually get to sit down and enjoy it.
Exactly. Unbelievable.
But that's going to wrap up this show here. I want to thank the Wrestling Mind, Brian Hamilton, for joining me.
Oh, always a pleasure, and I can't wait to do it again.
And this is Mike the Ref saying, if you're going to make a good call, make a quick call. And this has been Quick Calls covering the MPW Survival show from the Alberta Avenue Hall here on Backbreaker Media.